So I figured since I was down here anyway, and I was just too lazy to get up off the floor, let me do another video for you guys of another thing I would do with the kettlebell while I'm down here. So a lot of you guys who watched our stretching series, you've seen Scorpion Facing Up, where Scorpion Facing Up is a mobility stretch we do in the beginning of our Monday and Friday classes. We throw a little bit of mobility in the beginning because most people don't stretch on their own, myself included. So we like to just make sure everybody gets something in. But Scorpion Facing Up, your arms are out to the side. I'm here, my leg comes up, it's down and across. It taps to the ground, and then I swap it out. I'm down, I come across. Notice how my knuckles and my shoulders are staying down. You're gonna try to keep them down. Keyword try. If you notice, and look, I'm a fat fuck, let's call a spade a spade. She's gonna get all the points. Notice how my knuckles are down to the ground. My shoulders down to the ground. Look, notice my right knee and my left foot. They're all on the ground. Yes, your body is meant to rotate like this. No, you might not be used to doing it, but what you should be able to do and what you are able to do are two different things. Let's see if I'm good on this side, right? This side's a little tighter, but if I hold it there for about another 30 seconds, it would get down there. Now, modifications for this, right? As I come across, I would just bend the knee. It's not as much strain, and I can kind of pull myself into it a little bit, and I go back and forth, right? Another modification we have for this one, I leave the knee down because the legs weigh more than the upper body, so it'll be less intense. And now I'm just doing, basically they're can openers. Same concept though, the knee tries to stay down while I get my right shoulder and my right set of knuckles down to the ground. Eyes follow the fingertips. Unless you have vertigo. If you have vertigo, you might have to either close your eyes or you just might not be able to do this one. It's just the reality of it, right? If you guys don't know what vertigo is, don't worry, you don't have the shit, all right? And I would do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. So that is the Scorpion and the can opener series, right? So what is Scorpion 2.0? Scorpion 2.0 is a very, very, very advanced kettlebell stretching exercise for your shoulder and for your midsections, where the good thing about it is if you work out a lot, right? If you're like a weekend warrior or like somewhat of an athlete, you'll have the stability for this, but you might not necessarily have the rotational ability in the midsection anymore, which is good because it's gonna stretch out the weak area, assuming you can hold the bell up, right? That being said, now that I kind of scared the fuck out of you, right? Bell goes up, and yes, kettlebells do work better than dumbbells because the way the weight sits behind your hand, it just sits so much better. All I'm gonna do, right, without killing yourself, I'm gonna drop my leg across my body, I'm gonna keep the bell up to the side, right? And I'm just gonna try to twist and rotate as far down as I can. So if you notice, I'm trying to get my right hip down to the ground ideally, and my shoulder blades are stacked and engaged, and I'm holding that stretch for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever I can do safely, right? And then I'm back out. Maybe I would do a second one if I have the endurance for it, right? I'm holding it down, keep my eyes up on the bell. You always wanna balance the bell, right? You see, I'm pretty tight, look at my foot. My foot's rotating out a little bit, I'm all the way in, and then I'm back out, right? I put the bell down, I move it around my head safely. Girls, watch your ponytails. You don't want to pull your own hair unless you're into that kind of thing. Somebody's leave a comment over fucking that one, I already know. But I'm up, right? And now, this side's not as good. You'll see what I mean. It might be, I've been working on my mobility. You see I'm back here. I'm in and I'm out, right? Re-whack it again. Now, I typically combine this with the Turkish get up. I'm not doing that right now because I really want to focus on the specifics of this exercise here. But you need a decent amount of shoulder mobility and flexibility to be able to hold that motion. Because even though it doesn't look like it, you're taking your shoulder through a huge range of motion by doing that exercise, right? So one more time to get the bell up, especially if you're using a heavier bell. I'm gonna do this the right way. Because everybody's always like, Jay, how do you get the bell up? I'm gonna show you right now. This is the proper way to get the bell up. But Jay, you never do this. I know, do as I say, not as I do, right? Bell's to my side. Hand goes aside. I grab with my other hand. I pull it tight with my body. I'm up, right? And then from here, I do my little rotational twist. I hold my stretch. I get whatever I can. And then when I'm done, typically for me, I would go right to my Turkish get up. I didn't stretch out. This can look like garbage. Now, I'm going to show you the different way, the leg switch. Watch my feet. Easiest way to do it, right? Not the traditional way, but then from here, I just pop right up to my hip. You see how that shoulder mobility is still there? I rotate up, I find my center, I'm up, and then I'm down. That is Scorpion 2.0 with the Turkish get up thrown at the end. Why? Just for shits and giggles, that's why. Phenomenal shoulder stretch. Yes, you can do it with a dumbbell. No, it doesn't work as well. Kettlebells just sit differently on the wrist. It's where the weight sits in relation to the forearm and the hand. Whole bunch of other nerdy shit that I'm not gonna get into, but definitely works better with kettlebells. If you don't feel confident with this one, do it with a trainer first, because the trainer can stand right by you while you're doing it and spot you from the wrist. So if you get a bad one, he can just grab your wrist and keep you from dropping the bell at a weird angle, all right? Guys, give that exercise a shot. It's a great exercise. If you're not too sure, always check with your doctor first, right? But like I said, great exercise, especially if you're into doing a lot of kettlebell work or overhead work, stuff like that. It's to really force you to have to open up the front of the shoulder and engage the back of the shoulder, which is something we all need these days, all right? Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. See you in the next video.